Alright guys, what's going on? I just wanted to take an episode to talk about food. So this whole episode is going to be based on, my meal prep, my caloric intake, in order to hit my goals that I'm working towards right now. If you've been following along with the videos, you know that my goal is to be 185 by next Wednesday, which is 10 days from now. I was at 180 last Wednesday, and I've only put on 2 pounds in the last, I guess it'd been 4 or 5 days now. So I'm going to have to up a little bit of caloric intake in order to hit that goal, it's looking like. But that's something that I'm willing to do, obviously. And I'm going to show you guys kind of how I'm going to do that. So right now what's on the screen is the meal prep for my next, just a couple meals. I just want to show a few sample meals, kind of what I do, the convenience factor that I use that you're seeing in the steamed vegetables and you'll see in the Uncle Ben's rice. And then also how I prepare my chicken a little bit. But more than that, while you're watching, I just wanted to brief you guys on the math behind my caloric intake right now and kind of my thinking behind that. So I'm looking, like I said, to put on, it's going to be 3 to 4 pounds in 10 days now. And I'm getting that weight by having a caloric intake of around 5,000 calories a day right now. And I'm going to stick with that over the next 10 days. And the math behind that is explained this way. So for a guy like me with a high metabolic rate, so my basal metabolic rate burns about 1,300 calories a day. That's just basal metabolic. No matter what I do, my body's going to burn around 1,300 calories a day. And then my workouts are between an hour and a half and 2 hours per day, and those are really high intensity right now. So that's between 700 and 800 calories a workout. And if you add that to my BMR, I'm burning roughly around 2,113 to 15 calories a day, and that fluctuates, but that's just a baseline average. And then subtract that from my 5,000 calories of food intake, and my surplus per day is around 2,885 calories. So basically how I translate that is you multiply that by 10 days. So if that's my surplus per day, over the course of 10 days, I'm going to have a surplus of 28,870 calories. There are 3,500 calories per pound of body weight. That's the ratio, and that's the translation for the math. So if you divide the 28,870 by the 3,500 calories, then you get around 8.25, so 8.25 pounds over the course of those 10 days, just from your food. Obviously, that fluctuates. That's not a set number. It's just a good way to average out when you're trying to meal prep. That way you know the amount of calories that you're going to need. If I get half of that, I reach my goal. So I'm happy with, if out of that 8.25 pounds of food based on calories, if I get 4 pounds of that, I hit my goal, and that's what I'm working towards. So I always want to overestimate my caloric intake for my goals, and then if I need to, I'm at least surpassing my goals and not coming up short. Basically what the rest of this video is just me showing you my prep for a couple of meals, just so you get an idea kind of how I do it. So that first meal you saw there was 2 servings of spinach, a 7 to 10 ounce of chicken, 7 to 10 ounces of chicken, and I'm not dead on right now on my chicken. It's just that range between 7 and 10 ounces per meal, or per prepped meal. Just to get it in. That way I know I'm hitting my calories. If I have 7, I'm still hitting them. 10 is just the surplus. So I'm sticking to that basically as a baseline for every meal. 2 servings of vegetables or carbohydrates, and I switch off on those, and then my 7 to 10 ounces of chicken. So what you're seeing here is my carbo meal, or my carb load meal, which is just going to be the 2 servings of the Uncle Ben's rice. This one's the sweet teriyaki. Probably my favorite right now, though it's hard to pick. But basically, like I said, the 2 servings of rice and then the 7 to 10 ounces of chicken. I think this ended up being around 8.5 ounces. So right there in the middle, which is about where I want to be for every meal as a baseline. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe. And as always, thank you. And I'll see you in episode 10, double digits.